Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our coverage of season 2. No, it's not season 2 actually, it's season 6, tier 2. And it's round 4. We are at Bahrain, home of our co commentator for the day. Please welcome the real SD.
Yo, 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 what's up? How's it going, boys? Glad to be back.
Well, good to have you in some capacity. Well, we've got some time until the race begins, so before we even, wrap our heads and switch gear into tonight's race, let's have a little chat on what happened in the real life Grand Prix. It was the Emilia Romagna. Oh man, my
It's a
front.
mouthful, isn't it?
Yeah. Pardon my lovely pronunciation. I'm a little exhausted from really being let down by a couple of drivers today, but nonetheless, yeah, talk us through the events of the real life GP. How was it?
Yeah, it was really flashbacks of, you can say, Germany 2019, where we know what happened. But yeah, start of the race was really mixed conditions, where people started on Inters and Gasly, and I think one or two others decided to go on the wets, which was really questionable choice.
Yeah.
But yeah, the start made the difference. Verstappen got a mega start. I would say one of the best starts that I have seen in the last couple of years, and I mean, barring both us Austria, of course. But yeah, that start actually made the difference, and that was really shoulders out into turn two, where I think he did nothing wrong. I would say it was a racing incident, but yeah, there was no room for Hamilton. I would say he could have done better. He would have chosen to back out there. It would have been a better choice. But yeah, the Hamilton got damaged, and after that we saw multiple cars losing it. People losing it to the formation lap itself. And yeah, there was chaos out there. The track dried up, and we saw a huge crash. I would say, couple that crash. I mean, you can describe the crash better than me, but yeah, how was the crash was really massive, I would say.
Yep. Like the Mercedes number two driver and Bottas, like that was such a disappointment because Russell at that point was doing not half bad. I mean, he was in the points, if I'm not mistaken, at least was trying to get in the points. Bottas was all over the place, just like how he was in Turkey. Simply, I don't know if he's chicken or just cannot take slick conditions, but he was simply nowhere. I mean, he was struggling to overtake Stroll, and I mean, at one point I thought, okay, maybe it's a track. Maybe it's simply just a track which we cannot overtake. We're probably seeing the same thing that we saw last year with hardly any overtaking opportunities. But we were completely blown away by Hamilton's performance. Like his latter half, his comeback was fantastic. I was a little disappointed that he got the opportunity to unlap himself, but then thinking back, even in the safety car conditions, they do let them unlap, so it was kind of only fair for them to do the same in the red flag conditions as well. But yeah, really made amazing progress with that extended DRS for this race, and I think it really paid dividends, especially for the Mercedes team. But all in all, yep, a fortunate result for him as well as Verstappen. He got that fastest lap, which, well, kudos to him. I mean, after pushing so long, he did use the DRS to his advantage. So very nice strategic drive there. But yeah, a lovely race nonetheless.
I mean, the fans' driver of the day was Norris. Whom would you have given the
I
driver
would
of the
have
day?
given it to him, hands down as well. Like I was disappointed that he couldn't keep P2, but given the fact that it's a new team with a new engine and they're still getting into terms with it, and Norris making like silly mistakes like holding the clutch by mistake may have costed him maybe one or two more laps of fighting, but I'm still very elated that it's still a P3 for McLaren Mercedes. They're my favorite team, going back to 2005 with Kimi. So my hearts are completely drawn and attached to them. So I really hope that they keep up this performance because they're leading Ferrari right now. That's an amazing show.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Like yeah,
Yes, go
just to
ahead.
round up, I would say yeah, it's been one of it's been one not one of those boring Imola GP that we had last year. But yeah, I mean, if people spoiler alert, I mean we have already blabbered everything that happened in the race. I think it's too late for giving spoiler alert, but if you miss this race, I would advise people to just watch it, give it a watch again, and yeah, hopefully it will be of your satisfaction. Let's move on to the virtual race for today, I
Yes,
would say.
let us move on to the Bahrain Grand Prix for tonight, the main event. Let's begin with a flashback to last season with a brilliant voiceover by none other than 8 Cylinders.
Often dubbed the Desert Coliseum, the Sakir circuit serves as the battleground of choice for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Opened in 2004, this 5.4-kilometer circuit with its 3 DRS zones is a mecca of speed. But with a medley of tricky corners littered throughout, this track is not one to be taken lightly. Let's see where the chariots ran riot during Season 5's encounter at Bahrain. The temptation to traverse too wide through turns 5, 6 and 7 will be strong amongst the drivers, as Charles Leclerc went wheel to wheel with Mountain through the weaving downhill run down to turn 8. And every point matters in Formula 1, leading Faizan to try an audacious dive bomb up the inside in the penultimate laps. And on the final lap, Vortex took a left field stance by staying on the left of Mountain, retaining the inside line smartly through turn 2, seizing the race lead.
Well, that was an interesting flashback, if I may say so myself. Before we finally jump on to the qualifying, drivers are just reading up right now. But let's just quickly have a look at how the story has been so far. SD, take it away with some analytics on the season so far.
Yeah, we have already completed 3 rounds, and I think RB has shown his brilliance and dominance as it deserves, and he's having he has a sizable lead over the others right now with Speedless. I think who has missed the last race or so. I think due to some personal reasons, and yeah, so I think if he's doing today, if he's racing today, he needs to buck up and close on the gap that lies ahead of him. While I think it's very close at the back in the midfield where we see multiple drivers around the 18 to 15 points range. And yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward. This is what the championship was order should have been expected as we move into the season 6 of tier 2. And yeah, after today, anything can happen, and it's everything to play for.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, just final thoughts. I don't mean to be biased, but best overall team so far. Even though the P2 would be alpha in my books, because look at that, they've got 30 points from driver 1 and 18, so 48 points. Yes, they're 10 points behind, but strong showing from the two of them. I really hope that they can keep it together for today's race. I have high hopes from them. Let's see where it goes. But again, yeah, RB Ferrello, XT1 driver, really has some immense pace with him. Hope Satvik is back today. Speedlust is really on a charge as well. So let's see how the battle turns out in the desert. Now we're going to be moving on onto the footage of the game and then go from there. Yep, and we're finally here. So we've got Scary Pumpkin, who's also back. Yep, we missed him last time. I think he has finally come back to us, which is lovely to see. Baby Sunoda or Piyush Gandhi, he missed the first race but made a banger in the second. Evil Doc, Munish Bangar. Okay, so I do have to come clean here. Munish Bangar, whom I called GG17 in the first race, I made a mess of that, so I apologize to him. He is his own identity, and I never meant to overshadow him through an actual driver. So please forgive me for that. Abi Felello on the other. This is interesting. You know why? Because Baby Sonoda is actually a reserve. Now that's what I just remembered. But both of them are rocking the Red Bull livery, and I think it's going to be like a smash out performance because these two are ridiculously fast, folks. BK19 in the Alpha Tauri rocking it once again. Akash and Harry Rocks in the grey corner. What thoughts on them? Like it's an interesting choice. Harry's ex-teammate B17 is now in Tier 1. So I mean, I don't know what to make of this team yet, but they've had a topsy-turvy time so far. Hopefully, as the time comes, they will get some points on the board and probably make some inroads into the championship standings. Then we got Death
Yeah,
Hunter. Now
couple.
this, yes.
Yeah, I have a small information for you. I've been wandering around the paddock as Ted does, and I have information for you that Harry is on a keyboard today. He's
Yes.
not driving on his wheel, and yeah, that's going to be little. As you said, the team is looking good, but that definitely handicaps the team, horse drivers.
Completely. I hear you loud and clear because that is gonna be a bit of a letdown for the Haas team, but who knows? With keyboard warriors like Crazy Joe and Aburpan showing us how it's done, I wouldn't be surprised if Harry was able to manage that as well. But yeah, I think Death Hunter now an officially Ferrari driver. It's making a complete mess of it and
Oh.
spinning out the Spinala #1 for a weekend right now. That's the end of his hot lap. So let's move on to RB Ferrello, who is going super deep, getting onto the curves. Hopefully not invalidated. It looks to be the case. Gets the DRS open and continues his lap. So do we have telemetry open? Is everything up and running?
Yes, everything looks loud. Everything looks clear as of
Yes,
now. I
everything
mean,
looks loud and clear. Good to
I was
know.
going to say loud and clear, but it's a sound.
Anyways, so Crazy
the champ.
Joe is on
Yep, the champ.
mediums.
Uh, okay, before going on to driver specifically, what do you think the strategy is or should be? Because given I mean, it's Bahrain, it's going to be dry throughout, of course. But yeah, what do you think is the best tire strategy around here?
Mediums to hards. It always has been for a long time. I've seen a couple of people now try the softs to hard strategy. I don't know who would be brave enough to do that. I see a lot of people backing out of lab. Many people like Akash, Harry, even Avi losing connection. So I hope. Oh wait, I don't know if we've got a major disconnection because 5 people, 6 people. Wait,
Uh,
have I lost
I think
connection? There is a good chance that
I
I lost connection.
they can be because I think even the Deepak seems to be out of the lobby. So not sure if this is a mass disconnection or we're having a rehost. I'm not sure about this. Let me just have a look.
Uh, Not sure. I'll have to go and check this out. Everybody is leaving the session.
I mean, if it was your disconnection, you would have been already been disconnected. But I don't
Monk
think
has
it's.
retired from the session. What's going on there? Oh, he's gone into the pits and retired. Okay. I
I'm
think there's gonna be a lobby reset. This
yeah. This
is
more than half of the grid is having
yeah,
disconnected
migrating
already,
rooms.
and yeah,
Fantastic. All right, let's jump
yeah.
back into it. Let's get out of here. Come back
Round
a
two.
little later. uh,
you
Anyways,
can you can consider this as a red flag for today without even starting.
yeah, red flags in quali. Fine, why not? Why not? We can definitely consider that. In the meantime, let me just join the new lobby. I'm not sure where it is, when it is. It's already like 9:15. I'm quite sleepy. I hope we can get this party started. But yeah, uh, I don't know. When the race started, like yesterday, I'm not yesterday, an hour ago, Hamilton made three errors, big errors, like turn one going off, and I can't remember the third one, but there's a lot of mistakes there, and he still came out in P2. I mean, is that luck or like what is it?
I think it's a combination of both luck and his driving. Also, we should not forget that Mercedes is, I mean, currently at par or maybe a little bit slower than Red Bull. But yeah, I mean, having said that, if it was anyone else who is not Hamilton in that place, it would have been difficult, as we saw both us be stuck behind Stroll for maybe it's a half of the race until he had that incident. So yeah, I mean, it's I would say it's down to his caliber, his wheel-to-wheel racing, and yeah, the mistakes definitely proves me otherwise. But yeah, it was a combination of, I would say, luck. The luck definitely, because just after the incident there was the huge crash, which of course is not down to his hands. It's it's basically luck. So yeah, I would
Yeah.
leave it at that.
It's unfortunate, definitely. Just waiting for the session to restart. Any okay? What do you think about the Russell and Bottas incident? Like, can you? Of course, I think it was quite a horrific crash. I'm pretty sure when we talk about it, it'll probably be playing in all of your minds right now. But just talk us, like, analyze, go frame by frame. Like, maybe we can imagine it alongside you. And how did that, like, crash entirely take place?
So basically, Russell was, I think, around 8 tenths or 7 tenths behind going into the uh, front straight or start finish straight, and yeah, the DRS was you can say enabled, and he was basically in the slipstream. But going into turn two, basically just after the kink going into Tamburello, there's a small kink, and the track actually narrows. So what happened was, according to me, this is based on what my opinion is, and what I saw the evidence, saw the crash. I feel that Bobotas was basically trying to open up the corner, but in doing so, I think he misjudged how close Russell was. But giving said that, there was a lot of, let's say, damp patches on the left where I feel Bottas would have gone left, he would have gone straight on, and there would have been at least one person crashing there. So yeah, the main incident, of course, I think Russell was completely blindsided by,
Saw the
basically he did
crash.
not expect Bottas to basically close it. But I feel Russell at that moment should have backed out, because the overspeed was huge and the track was narrowing. So the only way was to go on the grass, which of course it happened, and we saw the revs go up when we were on board Russell, and basically he lost the traction at the rear and just turned into Bottas, and yeah, we saw Bottas flying into the barrier, which of course would have wounded him. And yeah, of course, after the crash, I think we saw a little bit of hand gestures, which of course is not good for TV purposes. But yeah, that was fun to watch, as a spectator's point of view.
So most definitely, Russell's right front did touch the grass.
Yes, it did. I think if you see on if you go on board Russell, you can hear the revs go up, or you can hear the wheel spin, which actually only is possible when one of the tires is on the grass, which
No,
was
so
damp.
what I am thinking here was maybe he was close to the edge, but then the edge in itself has a lot of water. They were on slick tires at that point in time. So I'm just thinking, if it was completely dry, if there was no water, maybe either he would have just grazed over the grass, nothing would have happened, and maybe they would have come out alive if it was purely dry.
Actually, yeah, I mean it's a possibility, but what I feel from that was Bottas had a little bit of space to go on the left, which I think it did. He decided to not go on the damp spot because I think he would have been jeopardizing his race. So I mean, I think it's an unfortunate racing incident for me. But I mean, if you want to blame one out of the two, I would give it more on Bottas.
Hmm. Okay.
But
Yeah. And
it's touch and go, of course. I mean, it can go either way.
yeah, I agree with you. It felt like a racing incident in many aspects because both of them, I can't blame both of them completely. I have to agree with you. Yeah. So it's an unfortunate event. Like, it was treacherous conditions, and at that speed, even the slightest of things really throws the other driver off. So any errors or movements are highly magnified in those kind of situations. Absolutely.
You do have to remember that DRS was open at that point, so you lose a lot of rear downforce to begin
Yeah.
with, and to make the sudden movement that Russell did to overtake and go around the outside, yeah, that might have been one of the contributing factors to the crash as well.
Mm. Well, we've got just cloudy conditions right now. I'm just switching on the game audio. Going again. Hopefully, this time around, we don't lose connection again. But yeah, this is the Bahrain Grand Prix. I believe we have Rusty Nish with us in the commentary box as well. Are you with us, mate? I'll take that as a no. But yeah, it's good to have him back. It's been a while. I hope he's doing well. Lovely having him in the commentary box for the Tier 1 race. like takes a load off our back for sure.
Yep.
Us noobs taking care of streams, that's not how it's supposed to be. Anyways, maybe this time around people don't make a mess of it in their qualifying lap. Last time around, RB did go quite deep. Who was the one who spun? Was it Monish or Death Hunter? He was Death Hunter, right?
It was Death Hunter. Yeah,
Yeah,
we were on board
and
with Death
he's
Hunter.
out in front yet again. It's like a carbon copy, It's like we knew what to do before, Just I ain't gonna learn from my mistakes. I'm just gonna do what I want to do. Just leave me alone. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's back at it again. Just gonna get the data up to make sense of all this data. I hope the telemetry has been enabled. If not, we're gonna start finding these people, gifting them lovely penalty points because it's four weekends in, and if they're not, they need to be punished. They need to be
You might
executed in public.
you might need to contact the Death Hunter because I don't see his telemetry up. So
Okay, just to be sure, as I'm not making a clerical error, I'm gonna move on to Evil Doc. Do we have?
yep.
Okay.
Yes, we have his telemetry up.
F in chat for Death Hunter is going to be deathly hunted by our stewards now. So it's going to be a fun time ahead.
Yep. I think one of the Renaults are starting the first time lap. if I'm not
Rhino
wrong.
is RB Ferrero. No, he is behind him. Baby
Chicken.
Sunoda is also behind. Death Hunter will begin with them. He did it before. He's going to do it again. Let's see. Oh, what happened there? My bad.
He left the session.
He left the
Okay.
session. Well, I can't
I think
argue
he
with
might have
that.
heard us. He might have heard us that his telemetry switched off, so he might be just going around with just tinkering with the settings.
Well, if we did, thank you. We'll go slightly easier on you, but you will still be executed. I'm not sorry. Okay, so Avi Farello on his first flying lap, going really wide, slightly. I think gets his spot on. Honestly, I gotta give it to him. Looked a little argy, but good lines, keeping it nice and clean. No amount of a bit of wheel spin on exit, but no lockup. Lovely Max Verstappen-esque driving. If you don't know what I'm talking about, neither do I. That's how confident I am with his driving style. But so far so good. A little bit of interesting exit, but I think it's not going to be much of an issue. Hopefully he keeps it out of the barrier, out of the curb. He does not gotten a purple middle sector. That's a little interesting. But with 2 corners to go, we've got WTF Chicken with a 27.9. That's a little slow. But Deepak Raj is even slower than that, so maybe not. I might be mistaken. But RB Ferrello finishing his first time lap at 28.1. So definitely putting just a simple old banker lap there. Crazy Joe behind him on the mediums with a 28.1. And Cryptid straight away. Now we are talking. Mercedes have Cryptid with a 26.4.
That's definitely around what the tier 2 times would be. I'll be really surprised and really proud of if one of them goes into the 25s, which is going to be really difficult. But yeah, I feel it's possible with RB being on the grid and people in form right now. Definitely they can get on the 25s.
Yeah, definitely with track evolution, I'm definitely gonna have those times shoot down. Baby Sunoda on his first flying lap, really pushing it out there. I think he had his hot lap on even in his out lap because he's already under 50%. Bit of a lock up there into turn 9, but good exit. Definitely got to give him that. Let's see how he fares, missing the apex and both in the entry and exit. I think he's taking it nice and cautious. There's no reason for you to throw it in all in. He does get purple middle sector, but then again, I wouldn't be surprised if that was a bug because I have seen pretty much everyone get a purple middle sector in this game every single time. So I'm going to actually leave it to you to actually tell me if the telemetry is giving the right information. But screw all that, he's heading into the pits. He's not happy. BK19 now starting his first flying lap on the medium types. I'm a little surprised. Is it Is it that everyone in tier 2 just knows medium tires is to put your simple banker lap, and then later on all the good stuff comes with the soft tires? Because it was a very different story in tier 1. I was under the impression that maybe some people would have a look at this. He does have purple first sector, which is great to see. But just walk me through their thoughts, because I don't think anyone here is actively looking out to put in a final time and wants to start on the medium tires. Do you agree with me there?
Yeah, I think yeah. I agree with you, but I feel tier two people just are looking for their pace and try to be as higher up the grid as possible. And yeah, I
Hmm.
mean, people probably. I think here people I probably give not
Oh,
that much.
losing his backhand.
Oh no, oh
Nicely held
no.
there. He must have lost a couple of tenths there, but still continuing on. We've got, I believe, RB who has been out. Does he have damage?
No, he doesn't have any damage, luckily.
Okay, it's good to see. Let's go back to who was it? Who was on board? I forget. Was it?
BK 19.
Yeah, Big 19 goes P6 28-0. Decent lap from him on those. He is the top running medium runner. So
I
yeah.
won't be surprised if everyone qualifies in soft tier, because I feel people here at this moment are just banking on starting up ahead and avoiding all the chaos that can happen if you're in the midfield. And I think that's what in their minds I would be their perfect strategy. But yeah, I mean, contrary to tier one where people try to start on different set of tires and try to offset everyone and the strategy.
Yep. I don't know. I hope the Alfa Romeo boys have a little more sense. I know they're really experienced. We've got an ex tier 1 driver from with Evil Dog and Monk, so definitely see them. I can tell you that they're on a split strategy, so maybe they might pull something out of the back here, because if the tier 1 race is to go by, then we probably have a safety car or two here, and that'll definitely spice things up. But wait a minute, did I? Oh, he's got a black helmet on. I thought he wasn't there in the car for a second. We've got a spun. No, he just got yellow flags. I think it's been cleared. Death Hunter goes P3 or 26.5. That's great pace there. Right up there with them, huh?
It looks pretty close at the top three as of
Well,
now.
I want to go move on to our golden boy here, Harry Rocks, who's starting his first flying lap. He's on the keyboard, gentlemen, so please be easy on him. I definitely won't, but let's see how he fares. Rocking the number 69, very classy stuff. Gets the apex very nicely there. Bit of oversteer,
Mm.
but decent exit. Gets DRS swiftly back on. I don't know if he's rocking automatic gears. He might be, because it's easier on the keyboard. But cautious exit. Nice exit speed though. Decent first sector. What's his
He's doing
time?
pretty good. Yeah, he's doing pretty good actually. I'm not exactly sure how much his what he recorded in sector one, but I feel that's going to be a good midfield pace as of now. But he's doing pretty good. I mean, although he has traffic up ahead, which hopefully does not impede him. But yeah, I think he might get a cheeky little slipstream going into the second half of the lap.
Yeah, it looks like the car in front is Faizan. Faizan is in P6. We've got, yeah, we just got just that moment there. Oh, we've got a bit of a moment in the last. Oh, we've got a spinning Mercedes, no, Ferrari of, I believe it's Manish Bangar. Yes, that is. He's going extremely slowly. I hope he doesn't have damage. But going back into it, we were with Harry Rocks, who's come in and he's put in a lap time of
Very good lap.
27.1.
Very good lap on the keyboard. I would say I mean, he's adjusted to it very quickly, I would say. But yeah,
Yep.
that would definitely give him some good confidence going into the race.
Yep. And Cryptid now improves on his times, just 1/10 away from touching the 25s. Great pace from him, I gotta say. Can Scary Pumpkin on his second flying lap have a response to it? Akash is coming across the line 26 to, wow, that is some
Ooh,
really close stuff. They're just
did the purple middle
200s.
sector right there.
Fantastic stuff. Gotta say, this is really, really spicing up the top battle here is superb.
Scary
Faizan still.
Pumpkin on with a purple first sector, but loses a lot of time in the middle sector. I think he won't be improving in this lap.
There's a good chance of that. Let's see. He's coming around. Very nice exit. Using all of the curb. What can he do? Can he improve on his time? No, it looks to be he's waving a bit. Nope, that is unfortunately not an improvement. Deepak Raj has spit. So is the other Ferrari. Faizan, I think it's the end of the first stint. I believe
Yep.
Monk is the only one really out there who's going to be putting in another lap after Death Hunter, who is yeah, he's behind. So we will probably move on to the Alfa Romeo boy, our oldest driver on the grid. Monk is now on the soft tires. I don't think he's gotten a lap in his first stint, but
I
let's.
don't think he has even gone out. This might be his first laps out on this track today. So this might be looking forward to only put one fast lap and just go back to the garage having put up a good shift, I would say.
That's definitely a possibility. Yep, these guys are more strategic than the rest of the field. I'd like to say little. Okay, anyways, it's outlap. Let's not judge him on his driving right now because the number 80 car is going to start. Oh, 87, my bad. Is going to start his first flying lap of the weekend. Let's see how it goes. Take it away.
Yep. Opening up his DRS, going past the start finish line, reaching around 330 kilometers per hour. Braking, I think, just before or just after, I'm not completely sure about it. He hits the apex perfectly. That opens up turn 2. Just kiss the apex, try to go cut as much as possible into turn 3. Out of turn 3, opening up DRS, braking just before the curve starts on the left, kisses the apex. He does it perfectly. He can go a little bit much wider, a little bit more wide as possible. Sets the purple the first sector. So yeah, definitely, he nailed that first sector. Going into this tricky right-hander, goes wide a little bit of understeer right there, and yeah, the most crucial and one of the most difficult corners of this track. He
Oh,
keep it
brilliant
no
exit
luck
there.
of
That
at
was
all.
fantastic.
Yep. Yeah, and then opening up DRS, we have completed half of the lap, brake just before the 50-meter board, kiss the apex, go as wide as possible without breaking traction. Try to stick to the curb but not touch it as it's an auto spin curve. You'll just basically lose your rear. There's the purple middle sector, so this lap looks like he's going to give him the top spot. As of now, just one more corner to go. Enter as wide as possible. I would say just before the 50-meter board. Kiss the apex, fourth gear, short shift to fifth. Get the best exit out of possible. Open up DRS and pray that you have done a perfect lap to go into P1, but it doesn't. Oh, he was looking
Interesting.
to be really good lap. Yeah.
26-4 nonetheless puts him into P3. Does he have? I think he's got just enough time for another run. He has to hurry a bit, but that is not a bad lap at all. Death Hunter now at the end of his lap. Can he improve? No, he cannot. Deepak Raj now is on his first flying lap on these new set of softs. He is at the end of sector 1. No purple sector, so not too good for him. We've got Scary Pumpkin. No, wait. I'm a little mistaken there. Monish
Oh,
Banga getting all out of shape, hitting the edge of the
invalidated.
track, and that's an invalidation.
Who's on the lap
RB,
right now?
surprisingly, is the end of his fast lap and goes P10 on the medium tires. Both the RB boys are on mediums. Ah, this is
Um,
what you want to
oh,
see, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Fast and Furious in the jungle, in the desert. My bad. Look at those lines. Mwah! Beautiful,
that is not good for
beautiful.
your tires, even though you're going to put one more lap on it, but that is
I don't
not
know
good
why
for your
he's
tires.
pushing so much. I think he's
Oh
trying to.
my god.
That is fantastic shot.
That's
Now freezes his joint. He's got 2 minutes 45 seconds left on the clock. He's got to bolt on his setup as quickly as possible, make his way out of the pits because he doesn't have a lot of time left. But let's have a look at this stuff. This is no rules right here in the tier 2 playground. This is fantastic stuff. Now, The important stuff. Is he going to put another lap because he's running out of ERS? I do not think he's got enough time
I
to
think
go
he's
on.
going into the pits. I think he's
I think
going into
that's
the
the end
pits.
of his run. I think this has all been just a flurry of activity for nothing at the end of it. This is unfortunate. But let's move on to the other drivers. I believe Death Hunter is on another hot lap. Let's see if he can
Yep.
improve on his time. He does go purple first sector. This is good, but we got to put in mind that he's doing another hot lap on those tires. Avi is disconnected. This might become a real issue for him if he has to brake early. Oh, thank God.
Oh, lucky late ghost. Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
he is a ghost indeed. He's flying around the circuit, making a menace of it. Okay, so Crazy Joe, I think he's going to start his lap. Hopefully, he switches on. No, that's the end of his run. Munish Banger has already made a mess of it. I think I want to go on with Cryptid. Now, this man has been on a charge all weekend long. He does not unfortunately set a purple sector.
He's a tenth shy. He's a tenth shy of his best. Right there.
Not looking too good. Monk is in the pits. I think that's the end of his session. Akash.
Invalidated.
Oh, Death Hunter goes P2. Wow, that's a brilliant lap
Wow.
from him. Just 4,000s away. I
Oh,
mean, come on, that has to hurt.
That is really, really close.
Right, Cryptid. Now, I don't know. Will he do another lap? Will he just not because
He has time. He has time. He has time
he has
to go for one
time,
more.
but does he
If-
want to take the risk?
If he has the fuel for one more, I would say it was worth it because the lap that he did right now, it's not representative. It can literally back off a little
But
bit.
think of
and
the
clear his
tire wear.
tires.
Think of the tire wear and what that can do to him. Scary Pumpkin, he is out of ERS. Does he improve? Yes, he does. He's 26-0.
Beautiful
He's
lap.
gone to the top step. Fantastic stuff. BK19 now started his lap. He's got a first purple sector. That's his fantastic stuff from him. Moving on, just staying behind. We got to take care of all the action. Munish Bangar also on a good lap. Harry Rocks has just started his final run as well. It's a little dangerous that Scary Pumpkin did retire. I hope nobody else got impeded because of that yellow flags. But yeah, Cryptid is fine. He's on his final lap as well. So I think I'm just gonna stick with BK19 until the end of his lap. Whoa, that was so close to the curves. I mean, that is some bold stuff there with those
Couple
lines.
of tenths down P1 right now. It's a couple of tenths down.
Well, I hope he can improve, but not looking too good for him. Last corner, good exit, touches the curb. Not the best of exits though. And he crosses the line. Does he improve? He does. He moves up into P5. Good stuff from him. Deepak Raj now. Little bit of shaky exit out of turn 9. He's got the DRS wide open. Will the McLaren be able to make amends? Because his teammate is not even in the session. That's unfortunate. Freeze unfortunately could not get a lap in that Renault. His teammate, however, is in P8. Now, do not believe that middle sector. It could be
Right.
misleading, but
It is. It is.
yeah, it is. So, having said that, it's got one turn left. Let's see. Cryptid goes into the 25-8s. We did unfortunately miss his lap, and Deepak Raj also goes wide at the final corner. Gonna be kicking himself. What was his lap time?
It was. It was enough for P8, I would say.
Oh man, that's really really unfortunate. But Evil Dog, the final runner, and that's the end of our quali. Cryptid on pole with a 25-8. I really apologize. I did want to take him back to that, but hey, foresight. No, what does Crofty say?
Hindsight.
Hindsight is a very
Okay.
powerful thing. You're absolutely right there. Cryptid on pole with that Mercedes 210s ahead of Scurry Pumpkin in that Force India. I ain't gonna say Racing Point. It's not gonna be it. Death Hunter now P3. Really picking up the scraps from Speedlust. He's in P3. Akash. Great qualifying. I know he has pace, so finally getting a chance to show off. Just 200s away from Death Hunter. BK19, the Alpha Tauri in P5. Monk P6. Crazy Joe, the lead. Williams is this teammate. Unfortunately, has destroyed his laptop and he's going to be away for the next 2 weeks. Chicken, the lead. Renault. P9 is Deepak Raj, and I can't remember who P10 is, but hey, that's a great start so far.
Yep, Cryptid on those or that one extra lap on his softs might be kicking himself if he invalidated the first run. So we'll have a good race on our hands with that tire wear definitely that he incurred after because of one extra lap.
For sure, because Scary Pumpkin did put in that lap. So oh wait, looks like Faizan's readied up early. Do we penalize him for it? I
Yes, definitely.
I mean, he is the coordinator, so always. You know what, screw it. We don't discriminate. We will give everybody penalties. Come and get it. But yeah, unfortunately, because of that,
That was a
people
very
like.
rookie mistake from him.
Yeah.
Did not expect it from one of the
If it is abuse
one
of
of our
power, it's not
veterans.
going to work because admins are sitting here and criticizing him. So GG to him. But I hope they've got the formation lap on. The conditions themselves, well, it is dry with a little bit of cloudiness at the end of it, so your typical desert weather. And yeah, who do you think is the favorite to win?
Don't count out RB P15, but he's starting on the mediums, and I think he's one of the not of the lead, I would say, but he has the pace there. He has the pace here, but yeah, if he keeps his nose clean, if he can use the medium tires to go long, and maybe get the track position, he definitely is one of the contenders. But having said that, Cryptid is looking really one of the favorites
Oh,
for with the win today.
we've got Deepak Raj and Munish Bangar already duking it out. Now they're going to be chilling, having been disqualified from the formation lap. So they're going to be sitting on cold, soft tires, and they're the ones who are really, at the fag end of the top 10. It's not going to help their cause because at least the medium runners will have some temperature. Even though they're on a harder set, they're definitely going to have some temperature going into turn 1, and that could really prove costly for the both of them. I don't know who's at fault, we missed that, but it's not looking too good for them.
Yep, couple of them decided to go on the hards, including RB Farrell, who was speaking before. And yeah, if you have seen the Tier 1 race yesterday, Prakar did the same strategy. He got really lucky with the safety car, which RB is hoping to do the same. And it's going to be really really interesting race if RB can keep his nose clean and try to be at least in the top 10 in the
Yep. Harry, man, I mean, I think he's my contender for today. He's got a lot to prove because he's on the keyboard. He is on the medium tires, so he's got that strategy of mediums to hards in the books. I think it's his race to lose. Other than, of course, people like Baby Sonoda and RB Farello who might just smash it out of the park. But let's see. Let's see, because
Yep.
it's time for the main event.
It'll be really interesting if can keep the consistency on a keyboard.
Yep. As we finally see the final few drivers line up on the grid, it's time for our main event. The Tier 2 race, round 4 of Season 6 of IRC. Yeah, I think I got that right. Yeah. It's time to duke it out in the desert. May the best man win.
The final car basically starts himself in the grid. He might be having the lights soon. Couple, take it away.
Alrighty, we've got 3 lights and 5 lights and green light, and away we go. A lot of wheel spin, a lot of drivers. Harry Rock's getting a fantastic start with those traction control on. We've got Crazy Joe on the outside. We've got a lot of no action. I don't believe it. I mean, a little bit of a sliding there. Baby Tsunoda with a brilliant start. He's already moved out with P10. We've got a yellow flag. I believe that is Avi who's gone out, spinning out. That's unfortunate for him, but back into the action. We've got another bit of front wing damage, I believe. Oh, we got 3 wide action
3
there.
wide.
That is insane stuff. Faizan's got a brilliant start, but I believe Akash has knocked. I believe that was Chicken. I'm not too sure who it was, but that was a bit of contact. Very dangerous re-entry there. Luckily missed him, but moving up into the action, Crazy Joe is moving up into P5. What a fantastic start for him. Now Death Hunter really looking feisty there. Going to think of moving, and he's done it, and he's completely bossed it at the end of it. losing all those positions, doing a really lovely little spinala here with a dangerous
Oh.
re-entry onto the track, moving and losing 10 positions. Back at the action, Crazy Joe now, very close to Scary Pumpkin. He has been the dominant front in the beginning of the race. He's gained 3 positions while Harry Rocks, with an insanity of a start on those medium tires, completely misses the apex but still is in P5 and is going to be in P6 now. But really, Baby Sonoda and Harry Rocks, fantastic start from them. Monk unfortunately went down again, but he's got good exit. Going to go dive down the inside, getting the worst camera exam possible. Lot of wheel spin and a free position to Evil Dog. That's exactly what I wanted to say, because what's happening right now is that we've got a glitch. Of course it is, because everyone is ghosted now. Now the fact of the matter is that Baby Sonoda is in, I don't know which position. Crazy Joe is still in front of him, really hot on the tail of Scary Pumpkin. Beacon 19 though, I mean, that is,
I think, yeah, that's definitely one of the best starts. Yeah, I think Cryptid is still leading. Ignore the leaderboards on the left.
Yep.
It might have been glitched for now, but yeah, I think this has been a really crazy start. Everyone kept it clean going into turn 1, but
Faizan dives down the inside and he gets the move done. He goes really wide. Munish Bankar now on the exit will get the position. Faizan backs into the position. Avi now, he's got a bit of damage, but Faizan tries to go around the outside, little bit of wheel banging, goes on to the curb. Avi is now going to back down and he gets the move done. We've got Harry Rocks a spun at the end of turn 10. That's unfortunate, because he really had some great positioning there, but now he's going to be swallowed up by Faizan and Avi. He was really close to him. Let's see how this fares at the end of the race. He sends it down the inside. Oh, that was crazy stuff there, and he spun out of the air as a result of it. Very reckless move, and now he's hitting himself for it.
Very Hamilton-esque.
Well said there.
He has to blame himself for that, because that was nowhere he was going to make a move.
Absolutely, yeah. There's like I couldn't even see the apex, but I don't know why he sent it. But that's Faizan for you. Harry Rocks and Avi duking it out. I think Harry Rocks is spun again. Oh damn, he's not able to get the traction down with those keyboard settings. Really making a mess of it right now.
He's lost his front wing completely, so that's definitely going to be hurt.
That's really unfortunate, because Crazy Joe, the lead keyboard warrior, is still up in front. He still got it, so that's fantastic start from him. Alfa Romeo boys, great start. They started really far behind. Monk still, staying put, which is always good to see. But P6 and P7 for them.
Yep, definitely. They kept their noses clean with those alternate strategy of the medium tire for Evil Dog. I think he's looking really good for the race when you.
Yep, good stuff indeed. It's interesting so far, but BK19 unable to keep up with the insane pace of Cryptid. He's already 4 seconds. This looks to be like a flashback of the actual GP where Verstappen just flew away, and the rest of them had a wonderful little DRS train, which we are seeing right now. We've got Harry Rocks and Akash. Oh my god, have they had a tussle? I'm not too sure, but Akash has come out terribly from it, not looking too good for him. Anyways, back in the front, Scary Pumpkin really close to BK19. Baby Sonoda in the meanwhile also very close. He's got the best start of all of them. He started in P12 if I'm not mistaken and moved all the way up to P5. Wait, I think there's a mistake. BK19 side by side with Scary Pumpkin moving into turn 9. Oh, that is squeezing stuff there. Freeze has retired and we have a virtual safety car. Take a breath, gentlemen.
Yep.
It's all good.
I think the Renault driver lost it coming out of the final corner, which is typical. If you don't have the traction sorted out of your car, it's definitely one of the difficult corners to put your traction down. And yeah, mistakes can be really it's the damaging for your race.
Unfortunately, like he came at the last second of qualifying, wasn't be able to put in a lap, was stuck behind the back markers and the traffic there at the end of all of it. I don't know if it was coerced by someone else, but really didn't help at. He's our first retirement for the day.
Yep, we have, and we can clearly see P1 Cryptid just literally
Look at that gap.
galloping
Okay, I
away in
think
front. Yeah,
VSC is ending, and we got.
Deacon Antenna pitted. That's
Nice.
really early for a stop.
Does he have
It's
damage?
really early. It doesn't look, but his tires are completely dead. I mean, it's literally orange, you can say. So
Huh.
definitely, it might have been a scheduled pit stop for him. We don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, there's a good chance that he's done too many laps in qualifying and used that set just to get some track position, and it's not helped looking good for him because he's basically got to do a two-stop right now.
Yep, which is very slow compared to others. A one stop is really ideal, and normally you would not go for a two stop because you're going to use chunks of time in the pits waiting for others, while the others go, you can say, flat out on the straight.
Yeah, absolutely. But then one good thing is he does not have to look out for tire where he can just go smashing quali lap every single time, which is good. But looking at the situation right now, Crazy Joe now holding up the pack. Baby Suno is like almost pushing him. Just look at the pace. He looks so calm and collected. I don't see any bit of lockup. I just see him really smoothly driving out. He's biding his time. He's got good ARS left, but so does Crazy Joe, which is good to see. So let's see how he lines up the move. It is 4 laps. Scripted also really early pit stop. He's also committing to the two-stop strategy. This might be an interesting turn of events right now. But Monk and Crazy Joe, Monk and Baby Sunoda are going to go try and make a move. Baby Sunoda locking up, not getting best of exits. Monk is going to find his way through, but unfortunately only gets a big fat diffuser off. Having said that, Evil Dog sends it down the inside. This is very much like the real life GP. Lot of loss of traction there by Evil Dog, and Monk was the only person who lost out there, but awesome racing there.
That was really exhilarating racing, but dude, they would have been really difficult and really cruel if both the Alfa Romeos touch each other there, because all the strategy would have gone down the drain if Evil Dog made a little bit of error and hit Monk.
I kid you not, I got flashbacks to the real life GP, and luckily they did not die. I don't know how Baby Sonata saw Evil Dog coming down the inside there, but he had the sense of mind not to make the brash judgment there. But Evil Dog now is the lead Alfa Romeo on those equally. Oh, and he spun as Crazy Joe, who's made a mess of the turn, and he's lost 2 positions.
Saved.
Yeah, that is a fantastic save. I gotta give it to them. That is good. But now it's gonna be really easy pickings for Monk. Hopefully, he gets a good exit with those. Light up your tires at the end of it.
We're actually seeing the soft tires dying pretty early for everyone. I think Crazy Joe would come back to the pits. I think soft tires are pretty. Are actually not giving the lifespan that they're supposed to.
And in the meantime, Evil Doc goes into P2. Wow, brilliant racing from him. Started off all the way back and now he's in P2. And he's overtaken Baby Tsunoda as well, who is by no means a slouch of a driver. So great driving from the Alfa Romeo pairing. I do not care if I sound biased. I love these two guys. They're doing a great job right now. Little back in the field, we've got BK19 who's trying to get some kind of a hold on his teammate who started out on the hard tires, also very far behind. I believe he started P14 or P15 and slowly making his way up the field. He is definitely or should be considering a one stop. We've gotten that network disconnection from Avi again and really throwing off his teammate. Just look at him just passing around there, is not helping him, and he's gone ahead and actually hit the real him, and as a result of it, they're going side by side. The teammates have collided. What do you think about that, SD?
I'm pretty sure we would not like it in the VC if they're together, but I mean, no harm done. We should have given the spot ideally because he's on a different strategy compared to BK19, but yeah, no harm done, but definitely could have been much worse if the contact was much major.
For sure, indeed. I hope these people can keep it sane. I mean, instead of fighting each other, use the power of DRS and the pace difference that these two have to try to accelerate or make the strategy so much better. Having said that, Munish Banga gets a 5 second. I don't know who got. Yeah, that's for speeding in the pit lane. You gotta love that. Someone did put in a fastest lap just now. Who was that?
Scripted. It was scripted. Scripted after pitting from the lead is going really quick right now. But yeah, all this battling up front is actually helping RB because on those hard tires he's keeping up with the leading quartet. So yeah, do not forget him. He might be the dark horse here after starting on those hard tires.
Okay, Manish Banga just comes out behind Deepak Raj. Deepak Raj already pitted. I think he had damage in the beginning, but he will definitely be going on a medium to medium strategy if I'm not mistaken. He might even put on the bolt on the hards, but as it stands, he's come out behind and he'll probably have to use those soft tires to his advantage right now. We've got sector 3 offing. I believe that's Harry Rocks. He's coming. Oh, he's sending one down the inside. Deepak Raj finally does notice him and does open up his steering wheel. That could have ended really badly for the both of them. But yeah, Monish Bang making really quick work of the McLaren and moves up into P10.
Yep, those soft tires giving much more grip compared to the mediums of Deepak. That was an easy one.
Do we have here? Evil Doc with those medium tires. Now at this stage of the race, the softs are dead. Now you've started, you've done your qualifying, you've had lovely time with them, with your track position, but at this point they're more or less gone. So Evil Dog is going to take that, try to send one around the outside, but gets a fistful of that rear tire from the Force India, and Scary Pumpkin keeps his position. But now that all puts are comes back to play for Baby Tsunoda, who's just biding his time, looking at the situation, analyzing when to go for it, when not to go for it, or just watching it in general, because this is some great entertainment right now for the lead of the race.
Yep, I think Scary Pumpkin he has to pit this lap, otherwise he's going to lose a lot of time with the people who have already pitted, and this is definitely helping Cryptid right now because he's just, I think, 10 seconds off the lead after pitting. So yeah, they're definitely he might be two stopping, but the pace up front is definitely helping his cause.
Absolutely. Having said that, Scary Pumpkin has had a fantastic first stint. He has done enough, and I think he will be putting on the the hard tires for the rest. For the rest of the race. Moves on to the right side. Now will Baby Tsunoda take this as an opportunity? No, he does not. He's just sticking behind him. Little bit of a snake going on. We gotta have the lovely little battle between these two guys because P1 and P2 are on medium tires, and this is 10 laps in. We're a third of the way. Lovely race so far.
Yep, it's really interesting because we have multiple strategies on play right now, and I mean at this moment I can't say who's going to win, but my money right now is going to go on Cryptid because he's literally putting in those fastest laps. We have also seen Crazy Joe putting the fastest lap on the soft tires, so I mean this is all to play right now.
Yes, Keyboard Warrior's got a lot in him, but having said that, he is on soft tires, so we will have to pit. So will Cryptid, yes, definitely, but we'll have to see when they do or what tires they put on at the end, because I believe Cryptid will have a little more choice given that he's run 2 different tire compounds. He can put on either mediums or hards, but thinking of Crazy Joe, he can only take these tires for maybe 7 or 8 laps at the max, and he'll have to put on a medium or a hard set. It's not looking too good for him, but then again, having the 2 sub, it should be easy. Ideally, he should have been aiming to go on and put on another set. Having said that, Deepak Raj is out of the session. I don't know where he's gone off, but we've got a VSC.
This might be the safety car. Oh, it's a VSC. Okay, this might have been the safety car that Evil Dog would have needed to keep ahead, which would be really bad for RP. But yeah, it's a VSC, and the people can continue with the strategies, I would say.
Huh? Surprisingly, both of them don't care about it. They're just gonna continue anyway.
Yep. Who does it help here? Actually, no one. Everyone. If Scary Pumpkin would have waited one more lap, he would have had a huge overcut on those people who have already pitted, because this virtual safety car literally halves your pit stop time.
Yep. Unfortunate there, but again, you can never tell these things apart. A was good because he was thinking about the long game. He didn't want to, lose so much time that he not. Oh yeah, he either lose spins out because of the loss of traction or whatever. You don't want to take that risk, so he already went long enough on the soft tires. So it happens. What can you say about that?
Yeah.
But having said that, Cryptid really close. We're gonna drive
Oh.
through for Scary Pumpkin. The man who it should have benefited the most has hurt him the maximum. Big F's in
This
chat
is
for him at the end of
big.
his race. But having said that, Cryptid now super hot on the tail of Arbifrello. Arbifrello has not pit yet. We've got yellow sector 2, and that's baby Sonoda! He's gone!
Oh.
He's binned it. Evil Doc is
No
now
damage. Luckily, no
far and
damage. Sorry to cut
above
you off.
in P1. But yes, as my co-commentator said, he has binned it, but luckily has his wings intact. Will Cryptid send one down the inside? Yes, he does. That's a very brash move because, and he gets. I don't believe it. I don't know how he's done it, but he's timed it to perfection, and he's got DRS as well. Abifrello now thinks about it. No, he will not use the the advantage of the slipstream to maybe bring a fight back, but there's a good chance that he gets DRS. He doesn't have the tires though, so will he try to get him back at the end of it? Yes, he did. He's really flying. But think about the move round the outside, just like the Bahrain GP, but nothing doing there. Cryptid moves up into P2.
Yep, Crypt is showing what pace he has in his Mercedes car, and yeah, if he wants to get the two stops done, he has to overtake Evil Dog as well in front and then create a gap before he comes up for his second pit stop.
Yep. When do these guys pit? The two stop they did pit around lap 5, and from my knowledge, the medium go on at least 10-12 laps.
Yeah, so ideally they would want to pit around lap 20-21 to put on a fresh set of softs. But if they want to, if they're suffering with high tire wear, probably lap 18 for a set of mediums, if they have it.
Yeah. Surprisingly, we've got two ACs, no safety car, so we haven't had any situations where people have almost died. It's good, but let's see how it is. We got over half distance left. BK19 and Avi, both the Alpha Tauris are seriously still very close to each other. Avi's got some good pace. I mean, he's on those medium, on hard tires and keeping up. Either using the effect of those DRS to full effect, but keeping up, and it's been a fantastic strategy for him so far because he's not losing any time behind his teammate.
Yep, I think it's time for the medium runners up front to pit and put on a new set of hards till the end. But yeah, I think they might stretch their tires to one more lap or two. Wait out for a safety car if it's coming to help them. And yeah, we might expect some pit stops coming from the top runners.
Do you see the lap times on screen?
Yep, yes. Last couple of laps, Mercedes of Cryptid has been gaining around 2 seconds, 1.5 seconds a lap. But on the last lap, I think overtaking RB, he just gained a 6/10 of a second. So yeah, he's definitely gaining, and I think on this lap as well, he's much quicker compared to Evil Dog. I think he gained 1.5 seconds. Was the last time when we were on board.
Oh, he's losing his back end there. Oof, that was scary stuff there. But good to know that he's kept it alive and still gaining. I want to see how these two guys are faring. I mean, yes, they have been sticking it to each other, but tell me what their times are looking like.
Yeah, it's basically trading lap times. The last couple of laps, you can say Avi was faster by a 10th, but before that is basically exactly same thing. So I mean, it's really interesting because the thing is, on lap 8, there was 800 or 83 thousandths of a second, while on lap 10 it was the other way around, the same number. So basically they are trading lap times, and this negatives, like I said, delta is basically 0 the last 4 laps.
Yeah, it definitely shows because they're stuck to each other. Having said that, Harry Rocks and Chicken now are in a very fierce battle. Chicken on new hard tires, so should make mince meat of Harry Rocks, who has that. Oh, he's gone really wide. I couldn't even find his car for a second there, and that's made Chicken's job very simple. But will Harry Rocks use this as a strategy? Maybe get DRS? Yes, he does get it. So will he deploy, making a mess of the curves, and all his lines are going to shit? But he's got it. He's deploying all of it. Chicken goes defensive. Will he dive down the inside?
Oh,
No, he doesn't. Oh, yes, he does. Oh!
makes some
And-
damage there for his
Yeah.
actions, and yeah, that was really reckless from Mr. Harry Rocks himself.
Yeah. I expected more for him, but we have to give him the benefit of the doubt. He really should not be league racing if he doesn't have his main peripheral. He's just a, just because of the fact that you don't have muscle memory to react to these situations can be really detrimental in a league racing scenario. Does he have damage?
Yes, he has a
But
yellow
does
front
Chicken
end.
have damage?
His telemetry is not on, so I cannot tell you that.
Fantastic. Evil Lock pits. The lead has pit onto a set of hard
Hard.
tires. What about Monk? Monk is just now exiting. Crossing the
Evil
start
Duck has
finish line.
got-
They've got a spun Ferrari going really slow, and he's going to be boxing for another set of medium. I hope he's got his setting up. Having said that, the Alpha Tauri boy is still battling. Now we've got a rev limiter glitch, so I hate that, but regardless, these guys
I
are
think it's the pit lap for Avi. We should be coming in the pits right now, but I don't think BK90 should hold him up because they're in different strategies, and this is literally hurting Avi's race because he literally cannot do the lap times he wants to do. But yeah, Avi should be coming into the pits because 14 laps on those hard tires is basically at the end of their lifespan.
Yeah. I don't know who's gonna pit early because BK is on a 2-stop. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, a Crazy Joe, soft tires in front of Evil Doc, who's just put on a hard set of tires. He will be the one to charge right now. Cryptid will have to pit. Crazy Joe gets an very unusual place to get a 3-second time play. I didn't see him cut the curb there, but still he got it nonetheless. Cryptid, Avi is. Oh wait.
Avi has
Yes,
pitted.
Avi has pitted. BK19 stays out. Having said that, so does Crazy Joe. Okay, lot of movement there. I didn't pick all that up. My apologies, but now the Alfa Romeo boys P3 and P4. Wow, this is some insane stuff having started so far behind. But great showing from them. RB Ferrello and Baby Tsunoda now just 5 seconds behind. But RB Ferrello has medium tires, so he's gonna have that ridiculous amount of pace. Garage has left the session. Unfortunate to see him like there, but Crazy Joe just comes out behind Scary Pumpkin. He's got fresh medium tires, but he will still have to use that grip to get in front of Scary Pumpkin. Harry Rocks has retired from the session. Where has he retired? He smashed out. Okay.
Oh, I think he did that purposely. That is not. I'm not sure how. I have not caught the incident, but yeah, this is not what the doctor ordered for him.
Yeah, that's little reckless in my opinion. It's not in our best interest to cause safety cars out of spite.
Obviously. Yep.
So VSC, but there's still a good chance that if we get footage from him, we might penalize him for it. At the end of it, this gives a very cheap pit stop to Cryptid. He puts on
Cryptid,
another
yep.
set of medium tires. Where will he come out is the big question, because Evil Doc is still. Well, it's going to be close, gentlemen. This is going to be really close.
I think Evil Doc has got him easily.
He's
He's going
got
to be
it.
close with Monk. Yeah.
Monk is so close and he gets the position. Will Cryptid down the inside? No, he doesn't. So, Alfa Romeo's on top. 7-lap old
Yep.
hard tires for Monk. So he's definitely going to be eaten alive very quickly. But how much time can he buy for his compatriot is the main question. Let's stay.
Monk would actually struggle to get to the end because he out of the top 6, he has the tires with the most laps done on them. So yeah, this is going to be really difficult. But this VSC has literally opened up the game for the lead because Cryptid, as he stuck it on pole,
Oh, wheel banging
he
there.
did an instant lap. Yep,
But he gets the
but he
move
gets the move done.
very, very
Yep.
quickly. Moves up into P2. 3 seconds between P1 and P2. And would you know it? P6 and P7, the Alpha Tauris, are back at it with fresh tires. They've swapped it around. They've mixed the sets this time. And Avi is still in the back of BK19. What is happening
Swap.
here?
They swapped the tire sets and BK19 has still managed to keep in front of
Good
Avi.
stuff,
But
man.
this time, but this time I think Avi will be easy for him because he has the faster tires and yeah, I think it'll be quite easy. For
I'm a
him.
little surprised though. Like he's he's got 12 laps to go and he's put on sort of hard tires. But why? Why would he
I
do
think
that?
I'm not sure. I think he has. He doesn't have another set of mediums with him. That can be a good explanation, I would say.
That's
But
definitely possible. I don't know how many sets he
but
started out with, but Avi
the
is now
softs will not definitely do the race.
deploying all of it, going side by side, and he gets the move done. BK19 thinks about going around the outside. Not the cleanest of moves, but they will take it because BK19 gets DRS open. But Avi, failed attempt there. Really going to hurt both of their tires. But I think, you know what, forget about it. These guys are going to be battling all the way to the end. They don't care about anything else. It's for the battle for supremacy right now in the Alpha Tauri squad. Sends one down the inside. BK19 sees it coming. Gives a lot of space. So great driving from him as well. This is awesome stuff, guys. I really want to move on to a different battle. You know, maybe battle for the lead because 2 seconds in one lap. You've got to be joking. Cryptid is flying right now. But then, having said that, Avi gone rogue. Dives down the inside. Botches the move.
Multi 21 sub.
Yep, unfortunate there. Well, we'll have to move on now because it's going to be a while until he catches up. Having said that, Cryptid completely out of the RS, but within striking distance with 129 flat. Doesn't get DRS though.
Brilliant
No, it
lap.
does.
Brilliant lap from Cryptid there. This definitely puts him on prime position for getting the win. But he has run out of DRS.
Oh, but
he
Evil
just-
Doc has some to spare. Interesting.
But he has 10 laps to sit behind Evil Dog and just basically farm his ERS, farm his energy. So yeah, I mean he has time. He has 10 laps to make his move, but he has to keep in mind that the medium tires of his car will get degraded at a higher extent than basically the hards on Evil Dog. So yeah, definitely it's going to be a really close battle till the end.
Well, both the alphas are being attacked right now. RB Ferrello on fresh mediums, while Cryptid on fresh mediums as well. Really close. Will he get a move done? No, not this time around. The Alpha boys do have more ERS though. Look at that. Some fantastic saving them. So I definitely think that, you know, down the line, they're going to think of the long game. Stick behind DRS. Don't use too much and probably try to get that position back. But I have a feeling that they're not going to fight too hard for this. Evil Doc. We'll go side by side. Oh, that's a bit of RBG stuff there. He got pushed wide. Cryptid will get DRS as well, so he's definitely going to hurt Evil Doc. But look at that. All that deployment back at him. He's going to make a move.
Should have gone down the inside there, my friend, because Cryptid, in the sly fox that he is, covers the inside and basically cuts him off. And yeah, that's I think game over for now. But Evil Doc has his opportunity.
Unbelievable there. I don't know what this guy knows. He knows exactly where the DRS point is, and he was behind Evil Doc at the breaking point. So he's got DRS and he's flown away. Unbelievable. And so has RB Ferrello. This is not looking too good now for the Alfa Romeo boys, but hey, nonetheless, awesome showing from them. Again, sticking by it, you know, they're doing a fantastically as a team, as a collective unit. P2 and P4 right now, amazing stuff.
Yep, the Red Bull boys have also caught up. Don't count Baby Tsunoda out of a podium position as well, because he has been actually catching the top 4. But yeah, We have a fight for our hands for the final podium spot, but I think Cryptid after that pass on Evil Dog is going to literally open up the gap, and yeah, come on.
Definitely looks to be the case because the gaps opened up over a second. Evil Doc using all of his ERS trying to get into it, but unfortunately just misses out on it. I believe. No, he gets it. The hope, the dream is still alive. But yeah, look at him. He's very respectful. He doesn't want to drain his ERS. He just wants to keep at it, and maybe down the line, think about making an or attacking. He just wants to stay in the window. That's all he's looking for. He's got it down in this lap. Let's see if he's got the pace to keep up with Cryptid. All right, want to take a step back. There's some battling going on. Let's just walk through the entire grid. We got Cryptid on pole, started on pole, is still in P1. Evil Doc, what an amazing start for him. He started out way out back. 10 positions for him, 12 positions for RB. Great alternate strategy working out for them. And this is using the head, knowing that the softs will not last. Monk also, he started in P6, but he also has made it work, kept out of trouble. Babu Sonoda also, I don't know, these top 5 are just using the heads a little bit more instead of just the raw pace, and it kind of shows at the end of all of this. Crazy Joe getting another 3-second time penalty, now going to help his cause. The Alpha Tauri boys, as of right now, 4 seconds is the gap. BK19 ahead of Avi. Can we please have a look at how all of this looks like with respect to the lap times? Is Avi catching up, SD?
Yeah, please. He has caught up second in the last couple of laps combined.
Good stuff. Well, expect this.
Not exactly it's not exactly what he would be imagining, because that medium tire should be given more than half a second a lap.
Interesting. Let's see how it fares out down at the end of it. But he does have a 3-second penalty. He's gonna hurt him at the end of all of this. Crazy Joe. I feel for him. He started out really strong, and then he had a bit of an incident and kind of came crashing down on him. He was battling it up with Scary Pumpkin, who surprisingly also pinned it. And he's behind him right now. I want to have a look at the penalties. I want to see if he'll come down to it at the end of it. Right now, yes, 3 seconds the gap. 4 seconds the gap, and 3 seconds extra time penalty for Crazy Joe. Hopefully keeps it inside the track limits for the rest of the race. I really wish him luck. Chicken, two positions down. Not too much to tell really. A bit of a tussle with Harry, which resulted, I don't know, indirectly or directly, but he died as a result of it. Now we've got Faizan, no, not Faizan, but Scary Pumpkin going really, really slowly.
Not sure exactly what happened there. I think he might have lost. He lost around 6 seconds to
Shit. That's not good stuff. Oh man, he was really, really close. He was 4 seconds, now he's got 9 seconds. Damn. He must have bossed some fair. Unfortunate for him. Regardless, the Ferrari boys, Death Hunter, not doing too good. He started out quite in front. He dropped like a stone at the end of all of it. So, unfortunate for them, but I really expected more from him,
Yep, interesting to see that the Evil Doc is actually keeping up with
Baby Sonoda spun out and he's dropped a position. He's reversing onto the track. Both the Alpha Tauris go through. Oh man, this is torrid stuff because Crazy Joe is coming round the outside, moves up into P7. Baby Sonoda will be kicking himself. I don't know, because he wasn't really close to anyone. So I want to imagine he tried a Grosjean, but yeah.
I think he might have he lost it coming out of turn 2 and turn 3. So I think that was a snap of oversteer. Maybe too eager on throttle.
Yeah, unfortunate. Oh gosh. Also had some sick pace, but not able to make the 2-stop work. Get some damage. Put on hard tires, which ultimately are always slower. So Not looking too good for him. 80 laps he's run on them. I think he's gonna go till the end on this. He's committed.
Yep.
I don't know what the tire wear is. Do we have his telemetry switched on?
Unfortunately, no. Not able to see it.
Unfortunate. Anyways, finally rounding it up. Our new boy on the wheel, Faizan, sending it just like he always does. Couple of times, not working out for him at the end of it. He's all the way back, about to be lapped by Cryptid. So, not the best days in the Force India corner.
Cryptid is actually
Oh, baby
starting.
Sonoda's out. He's retired in the pits. Ah, you gotta hate it.
He was actually on the. He was actually going to score good points. I don't know why did he decide to retire. You're still P7, which is not bad, but if he's a reserve, then I can understand. But if he's actually
is a reserve.
trying to fight, then I can understand why he decided to basically retire. But that doesn't help his cause in getting him a permanent seat, definitely.
Yeah. The shame when you see, one of our best drivers do that. Really drops the spirits on, pushing through it. But hey, it happens.
Yep, I
Would
think,
you believe it? RB Ferrello, 7 lap old medium tires, 2 seconds is the gap. Evil Doc, 8 lap old hard tires, still maintaining the gap. I gotta check out how it looks like with the striking lap. Please tell me the statistics here.
Yep, RB has been gaining around half a second a lap. On the last lap, he gained around a second. So he's definitely, you would say, striking in the next 4 laps. But but the medium tires on RB's car would definitely be suffering as of now. He might have a couple of laps more grip compared to the hearts of Evil Dog, and yeah, he has to make use of those extra grip that he gets.
Yeah, it might come down to the wire here. Now, one thing I want to check out here. I want to check the race director. Have a look at Cryptid's penalties. He's got 2 warnings. Alright. If he gets one more, he's going to put Evil Dog right in contention. He's slightly over 3 seconds right now, and the gap is slightly increasing. But there's ever a slight mistake by Cryptid, Evil Dog is going to be prime position to get that back.
Yep, I think at this given rate, RB will catch Evil Dog by the end, by the beginning of last lap. But it's gonna be it's another story to overtake than to catch. So it's gonna be, we'll see how RB can place his car and basically try to make use of the medium tires.
Yeah, the story here is that RB needs to get within that 1 second. Gonna make that big difference. Got hardly any IRS left, and he's again deploying it, which is not helping his cause. In the meanwhile, Evil Dog as well now in this push lap has also dropped down to the same level. But will he get DRS from Faizan behind? Ahead, sorry. Behind? Is it behind or ahead? Technically it's ahead, but he is behind. Does that make any sense?
Yep. I'm not sure if this game gives DRS for lap cars. I think it does, but
It does.
I
Does.
Okay, if that, then I think Evil Dog will be really praying that he can get that.
One Faizan,
DRS
now is
going-
not the time to be giving way for blue flags. You've never done it before. Now is not the time to start. Give it to the man and help him succeed. He's definitely in the range now. Will he get it from Faizan?
No, it doesn't.
He doesn't. Okay, I don't know. I think they might have passed this because last season I had given DRS, free DRS, a lap down. It's not the case today. Will Faizan move out of the way? He's been shown blue flags for a long time, but you know him. He ain't moving for nobody. Ain't nobody got any respect for him.
Evil Dog might be getting DRS right now. It's actually been his prayers have been answered. Definitely.
This better work. He does get it. Insane stuff. This is going to help him really much. He's going to use maybe a slipstream. I don't know if that works on ghosted cars. Definitely looks to be the case. Not moving an inch. This is disgusting, disgraceful driving from Faizan. This is not what you want to see. Just making use or taking advantage. We've got an off from Death Hunter. No, that's Monish Bangar. Will
Look like a
Faizan
reset
close the
to track.
gap? No, he
Look
will
like
not.
a
He's too far
reset
behind.
to track. That looked like a reset to track. That was what I was going to say, but yeah.
Oh, is that so? We'll have to look back
Yeah.
and see.
Well, anyway, it was. I mean, it was far. I mean, people were far away from him. He has the track. He has a third sector of his own, basically. So that's fine. But yeah, back at the front, and we have a lot of back markers in the way. RB has not caught up at all in the last couple of laps. Um, I think the P2 challenge is basically fading away, or RB not actually making use of those medium tires. I think which have lost their edge. The hards at this moment would be faster than the mediums, but Evil Doc is doing a very good job in keeping RB behind and definitely deserves to be that P2 position today.
I couldn't agree with you more there. I am so proud of these boys right now. P2 and P4. I was afraid, that RB might get him, but then his tires did degrade over time. Wait, we've got an actual battle going on right in front. We're missing it. We've got Akash who's trying to get a slipstream. Faizan also gets a DRS. He's gonna deploy it, go around the outside now. He's got those fresh, soft tires. Will Faizan think about a move? Trying a pit stop. Oh, he smashes into the back of him. That's not good stuff. Chicken gets 3 seconds. Now gotta help his cause. Akash moves up into P12.
I think Akash just pitted lap before for the fastest lap, probably. He might give it a shot after that battle, but this looks like Cryptid has the fastest lap in the back.
Ooh, look at that. 48 milliseconds. He tried. He definitely tried.
Yeah. He has one more go at it because since he's a lap down, I think this one more lap to go. Yeah, definitely he has one more go at the fastest lap, which he might be able to give because he's on the DRS of Monish, or is that no? DRS of Evil Dog up front, so he might be.
We've got sector one offing. We've got Chicken who's spun out. He's still spinning out, flailing like a little chicken there, but will he lose a position because Death Hunter is coming? He's coming really fast. He may not have enough. He might just have enough to get away with this, but nonetheless, he's gonna have those very, very dirty little hards on that Renault. Definitely gonna help him because the gap is now just over 1 second.
Yep, those. I mean, he has a penalty, so that's not going to help him at all. So,
yep, yeah, it's just thrown away P9 there. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more there. Unfortunate. I don't know how he did it, but it did happen. We've got Monish Bangar going really, really slow for whatever reason. I think that's what's caused. But yeah, just jumping back into the action. Cryptid. Final lap of the Grand Prix for him. Outstanding. I mean, he's got the pace. He made the two-stop work. Kept it clean. Overtook it right at the right moments. Using his fresh tires, making full use of it, not wasting any time. Evil Doc, sensational time. I mean, he made the alternate strategy work. Got on the mediums, went on the hards. 3 seconds. I mean, I still want to believe that there could be a slight chance of a mistake there, but regardless, a P2 is fantastic. Abifarello, P3, also started around the same position as Evil Doc, in and around it. He started on the hard tires, on the alternate strategy, if you will, but made quick work of one Alfa Romeo, but the other one stood his ground, and Cryptid crosses the line to win the Bahrain Grand Prix. Evil Doc comes down in P2, fantastic result, 2.9 seconds. Abifarello in P3, Monk finally just outside the podiums, but a fantastic result nonetheless. BK19, the lead Alpha Tauri, showing who's boss, comes down, finishes in P5. Avi been behind him all race long. It was really going to hurt him that P5 was right there. His own teammate beat him to it, but some great rivalry all race long. Crazy Joe finishes P6. Scary Pumpkin unfortunately making that one extra mistake which cost him that position. A lot of penalties for Crazy Joe, but he does finish P7. The Scary Pumpkin finishes P8. Chicken with that spin going really, really wide into the last corner. I'm going to be finishing P9, but will he finish it after the penalties have been applied? I do not believe so because Death Hunter moves up into P9. And yeah, that's pretty much it from the Bahrain Grand Prix, which is waiting on Monish Bangar, who I used to call GG17, to round up the last corner. And that has been it, ladies and gentlemen. A fantastic race in the desert.
Yep, brilliant race, and definitely Cryptid has shown he has converted his pole to win. Definitely got a little lucky with the VSC which Harry created. Definitely there'll be some talks in the paddock regarding that, and yeah, but not taking anything away from his win. Definitely a very good performance from Cryptid. Very good performance from RB, from the people who started on the alternate strategy as well, and yeah, very good race. Definitely, as you said in the desert.
Good stuff. Let's have a look at the final standings. Fantastic. 129.0. Akash 129.048. So close yet so far, I must say. Really, it was close, but I couldn't make it. Just quickly lining out all of everyone, getting everyone's data on stream. If anyone wants to use it as evidence later, feel free to. But yeah, this has been a lovely race. Let's see if our tier 2 coordinators can get the podium finishers into the interview room and go from there. But how was the race, SD?
Yep, as I said, race was really exciting. It was more of a strategic battle than battle on track. We did see, I mean, having said that, we did see a couple of three wide moment. We saw Evil Dog syndicate down the inside of his teammate and Baby Sonoda, and we did see Faizan doing his Faizan stuff and basically sending it down the inside of every car you can see in front. But yeah, a very good race. I would say that the people who deserve the win did win it, and we hope that we can see this kind of races throughout the season.
Who's your driver of the day?
Uh, uh, I mean, there are a lot of contenders. I would say top three definitely deserve it, but I would actually give it to Evil Dog. He actually started, I think, behind RB, and he started on mediums. Did he? If I'm not wrong, he started on mediums and then
He
went on
started
hards,
on
right?
mediums in P12. RB Ferrello started P15 on hard tires. But yeah, make of
Yep.
it what you will.
It's gonna be close between the two, but my vote goes to Evil Dog because he did a very fantastic race, made the positions which he when it was required, and yeah, definitely one for the Alpha Boys.
Yeah, man. I have to agree with you. I mean, bias or not, great drive from him. I am super happy about his performance. And we've got all three finishers in the podium ceremony tonight. We've got Evil Dog, Cryptid, and RB. Let's begin with our P1 driver, Cryptid. How was your race, mate?
Oh, it was a tough one actually. When I qualified on the softs, I actually did 2 laps, so it was a gamble on the strategy. So I didn't think I finished P1 to be honest.
Talk us through your race. Like at one point in time, did you think, okay, now I've got this, I've got the pace to overtake and get those positions back? When did you think that, okay, this race is coming to me, and what are the challenges you faced going into the last 10 laps?
I guess the last BSC where I pitted actually for another set of mediums. I thought that Evil Dog and the other Alpha would go for mediums as well, but they went on hards. So at that time, I knew that I had to overtake them anyhow, and which I did. And yeah, and the challenge is obviously with RB. He was not letting me go very easily, in spite of him on being on harder compound than me. Yeah.
Well, hard and fast racing, nonetheless, fantastic pace throughout the weekend. You are the winner of the Grand Prix, so congratulations.
Thank you so much, man.
Moving on, I want to move on to RB Ferrello next. P3. RB, walk us through your race. It was fantastic start from P15 all the way to P3. How was it for you?
First lap was quite difficult. I had to make way between like so many spun cars, and then it was quite difficult to dodge the cars. But I managed to come P9 after lap 1, I guess, and then Evil Dog was already far away, so I had to cover the gap. But then after the I think in mid race, Scripted was ahead, and I tried to undercut him, but then the VSC helped him out.
Hmm. Other than Cryptid, was there any real challenger? Like, you look to be in commanding form, you and your, well, suppose a teammate were doing quite well. You know, great alternate start made through the traffic, you know, free of any damage. Did you think you'd be on on a charge to win? Where did it go wrong for you? Where could you have maybe done a little better?
I think my second stint on mediums was quite slow. I was held behind Monk, so I lost a lot of time. At least it would have been a P2 for me. Also, the unlucky VSC, but yeah, P1 was there.
Yeah, I completely forgot about the VC. Like, it completely changed the dynamic. Cryptid made full use of it, and that actually helped him a lot. Yeah, that's completely, absolutely right. That's, yeah, again, great deserved P3. That's fantastic drive from you. Moving on to P2. Evil Doc, my man, how was your
Yeah.
race? Because I am so happy that you're here right now. Brilliant, brilliant drive from both the Alfa Romeo boys. Walk us through your race.
Yeah, actually, the plan was to do different strategies by both alphas. Like Monk went for the softs, and luckily after that lap one T1 incident, we gained some positions. And yeah, we never thought we will get into like so much far ahead in the maybe standings. We were at that time P1 and P2, so. And the main thing that changed everything, yeah, of course, it was the VSC. Yeah, Cryptid made use of it very, very well. Otherwise, yeah, it could have been maybe.
Do you think that if the VSC was not there, maybe you two would have probably won the thing? Maybe finished ahead of him. Would you have given a much more challenging time to Cryptid because he came like what 1 second behind Monk and come like made mincemeat of you guys with those fresh mediums.
Yeah, maybe could have given some tight competition. I think he was on an older medium, so definitely either he should have pitted, or like he needed to have pitted, or he would have been slower towards the end. But anyways, P2 is a good result. good, good chunk of points for the team. Yeah.
And I'm
Uh,
certainly glad to hear that. A fantastic, for both of us on the commentary box here, you're definitely our driver of the day. Just keeping it in the heat of the battle the entire race. RB was a very very close second. Yes, we know that he
yes,
got
yes,
more
of course.
points, but it's fantastic finish nonetheless. So
Yeah, like
congratulations
I
for
was
that.
afraid like RB might get the advantage of the mediums towards end, but luckily we were able to
You had the
maintain that
DRS
gap.
from lapped cars, so
Yes.
That is strategy once again from the Alpha Boys, making you full
Yeah.
effect.
Yes, yes.
Well, thank you so much, gentlemen. It's been a lovely, lovely evening with you. Congratulations to all three of you. We will see you next week. We are back at it in the ACC once again. This time it's round 14, if I'm not mistaken, at Bathurst. So Thursday night, 8:30. We've also got Xbox on Twitch, more or less on the same time, 9 p.m. IST on Thursday. We've got AC, the last round of our 90s DTM Championship with Snetterton as the closing round. So please do definitely tune in for that. Do participate. It's a new league, new championship for all of us. And of course, tune in next week for the next round of the F1 Championship. Until then, it's been me, Kapil A6, and none other than the Real SD signing out, our Season 1 champions. So see you next week. Bye bye.